Musume, Season 3, Episode 10. Oh, we're starting off with special week. I remember Episode 9 was pretty good. Kita-san finally won versus Diamond. And man, it is very loud. There we go. Oh god, that plastic noise. I did not expect that they would actually add that in. It scared me. Parade. Alright. And I assume we're, like I've said, I think every time, is I think we're just going to get some smaller races up until episode 12 and 13. Let me just... Yes, episode 12 and 13. I think the race in France is going to be a two-parter. Not necessarily the race itself, but they're traveling to France and the race and then traveling back. It's going to be a two-parter. I think the race might actually happen in episode 12. And then episode 13 is going to be the travel back and the dealing with what happened during the race. And I'm curious who's going to win the France race. I mean, obviously, by now, it probably is going to be Kita-san. Because, I mean, the main characters never lose the last race that they do. And I think that's probably the reason why. That might be how they decide which horse girl is going to be the protagonist. They kind of have a race in mind that they want to do as their last race. And then they choose whoever won that race to be the protagonist. Oh. Of course, Rudolph. They're showing that Kita-san is now up in the upper echelons. Because now we see her interact with Rudolph. You gotta see a bit of Special Week is her name, right? The protagonist from season 1. Oh, that girl. We keep seeing her all the time, but she never has... I want to know more about her. That horse girl. The brown skin one. Or the tan one, maybe. Of course, we will. Oh, they're gonna have a haunted mansion thing as well. Great. A good butler. So instead of a maid cafe, they have a bit of a butler cafe. You all look good in the suits. I want to be special. So quirky. Yes, please. Let's go here. I would be there the entire day. Oh. Yeah, I am normally a maid, so I'm helping give my professional inputs. That's smart. That is a very smart thing to do, Daya. Boom. And you gotta penetrate. Here you go, little kid. For you. Because I can always just hold the real thing. Especially since she also wants to win a G1 race. Die cutting. Okay, it's that type of thing. It's not actually cutting your own dice. It's that cookie thing, right? Or in this case, it looks more like a... well, maybe those are like the sugar crisps. What do you mean? Alright. Because we're rivals. And they will bend the knee. Not just all of Japan, the whole world will know that I'm the best. But Diamante is starting with Japan. And then the rest of the world. Like, you're very busy, Kita-san. Fine motion ramen. Looks great. Here we had the Haunted Mansion. With, very cute. That was Rush Hour, right? Ooh. And that is the girl with the mask is hugging. That is Nice Nature, right? So I'm kind of like remembering some names. Okay, it's nice seeing those two again. Okay, a beauty contest. I'm like that girl. Oh man, that girl as well. The girl, what was her name? I remember liking her. They do some goat yoga. Oh no, was she in... That was season 1, right? Not the goat yoga, the girl that I was thinking of with the brown hair. Hello, Twin Turbo? Like, no, I'm your rival, don't hug me. Oh, the doctor? And those two have been ever since season 1, but basically have 0 screen time. Like, oh. Okay, so this is like a calm episode. So maybe episode 11 and 12 are going to be the race. Then episode 13 is going to be kind of like this. But this is really like a fillery episode in a sense. Kind of like, it's more along the lines of like, it feels like it's a way to kind of like save some budget because you're gonna have to spend it soon. And you want to make it like the calm before the storm in a sense. It is kind of like what this feels like. How you were stalking me? It's kind of like one of those recap episodes in a sense. But actually good. I mean, I hate recap episodes that just uses reused animations. If you've seen the Pokemon recap episodes, you know what I mean. Those are horrific. This is a bit better. Well, not a bit better, a lot better. I'm like looking back through the season. I mean, I do wish she would have looked at this together with Satan Diamond, like Dia-chan. Or maybe even Tokai Teo, you know, because I mean, I don't give a fuck about the trainer. I don't give a fuck about him. Fuck him. Like, I think that's what I would have liked more. To just have the girls together looking through like this season, and maybe like comparing it to when they were the main characters. Burn, burn, fire, burn. And like, oh god. Don't throw Kita-san on the fire. If she fails. And also one thing that is unique about this season in comparison to the others is the fact that, well, none of the main characters have actually gotten injured in this one. Ah, fuck, she's got a cold. Well, it's a good thing the race is far from this. Oh, wait. What's happening? Ah. And we saw that girl again, that horse girl, that we see every time on those posters and on like the finishing line cutouts. And if anyone knows, why do they use her that much, but we never actually see her? You know, like, well, you know what I mean. Like, I mean, I do remember that I think we got a little bit of her in season 1. I mean, a very, very tiny amount. I don't have to apologize for getting sick. You didn't choose to get sick. Moody. Are you sure you want to scream like that while running? Like, yeah, my goal. He's jealous. Okay, so did he not know that Triumph, that she is joining the Triumph? They overcompensate. Then they're like tired out. I mean, your horse girl is racing too, right? The Ramante. God. I mean, I like that he doesn't have a shirt on. I like that. I mean, nice muscles. And also very sweaty. So Kida-san is taking part of this race, which makes me feel like I think Kida-san probably should have done what Satano is doing, and like take a bit of like a break and just focus on training more along the lines of like getting your body like ready. Don't risk getting injured or overexerting yourself. I hope you win. I hope she wins. Or you. I mean, the thing is that I think it would be good, even for Kita-san, if she doesn't win this. I think that would really make her go, okay, I need to, because I should have won this race, but I've obviously overexerted myself. I'm a bit too hyper right now, so I'm not in top form, so I'm gonna have to scale back until we can go, what's called, in France. That is the race I have to focus on. Man, I don't know who I want to win, the girl with the hat or the girl with the green. Obviously, this girl right here with the black or the dark blue and the yellow like fluff around. She's obviously going to play a big part in this one because they wouldn't have shown her off otherwise. She has a very short tail. Okay. What did you notice that I'm not? Oh, she's not being able to keep up. I mean, I do think this is overall good for you, Kita-san. As long as you don't get injured, this is actually good to make it so that she puts focus on the French race. Because it's kind of like maybe Kita-san has... she's spreading herself too thin. Satana Crown. And the girl with the hat is super far back. Alright. Oh well. Satana Crown, you're the one I truly wanted to win. So she'd get her first win. So that's good. Good job, Satana. You did. Woo! Oh, and I also feel bad for this girl, because she did pretty poorly. Oh, come on. Kita-san. Be like, okay. Time to... Don't overexert yourself. I think the way what she was breathing, I think it was more of like a bit of a panic and not actually that she has something wrong with her lungs. Having something wrong with your lungs is not fun. But then she was just sick. So are they gonna be like, she has like pneumonia maybe? Man, we'll see. Whew. So episode 11, I think it's gonna be great because we're gonna have to deal with this. Okay, that's great. I didn't really care that much for the first half of this episode. It's like, but I do think that probably did a good job of setting up for this second half. You know, to really show like, she's kind of like overexerting herself. You know, running this festival and then getting sick from it and then not truly kind of like letting herself get fully fresh before overexerting herself again and taking part of all these races. I think she really needs to do what her friend Satono is doing, a diet, and be like, okay, let's focus on the French race. I'm not going to be part of other races. I'm not going to worry about that. Kind of take it a bit easier. Make sure that my body is in like top form without risking stuff like that. Put my mind on, well, your dream, right? Because like, it does seem like Dramante, Daya, what are they doing? They're focusing on this French race. So they're not taking part of other races. They'll be like, no, this right here is our goal. And it's very close. So I'm not going to do anything that could mess it up somehow. While Kita-san, I think, is more spread out. And it could also be because Kita-san's goal is more along the line of like making other people happy. But then she's like, because it makes her happy. It is a bit kind of like, you know, it's tough for her. But I think the last part was great. Kita-san needed to lose that one. And I think her losing that one is... if she didn't lose this one, it would have made it so that there's no way she has a chance to win the French one. But losing this one makes it so that she has a chance of winning the French one because of what the differences that she's gonna have to take and do, like both mentally and maybe like training wise. That is gonna give her an edge for the French race. So, because this really shows that, Kita-san, you see, you're not in top shape. Like, you should have won this race. But you did extremely poorly because you're not in top shape. You think you were, but this is like a reality to show her, oh shit, I'm not. And the French race is pretty close, so I want Kita-san to just relax. And then obviously we saw Goldship there a bit. I think Goldship is sympathizing a bit with Kita-san because, I mean, like we saw Goldship, she had something very similar happen earlier in this season. And with her, you know, she's no longer in her prime. Goldship has fallen off a lot, right? And he's kind of like, I don't want Kita-san to think that we're in the same position. I think if Kita-san's is a bit more unique in the fact that, well, is that she is putting too much pressure on her mental state and her physical. No, I think more just the physical side. And we need to try and help her realize that, you know what, it is okay to rest. Your body needs that. So yeah, thumbs up for me.